Hey Doc, if you are struggling to find good childcare, I have something for you. I am hosting my next free webinar. It's called Finding the Right Fit, All Pair Essentials for Physician Moms. It's on August 18th at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, and we are going to go over all of the details. Why an all pair is great for a physician family, how to navigate selecting the right one, and most importantly, how to maintain a good match so you don't have to find another au pair in the middle of your year. So don't miss this opportunity. You can register now by clicking the link in the show notes or going to my website, drtoyacoaching.com/events. Now, time for the episode. From MOCs to willow pumps, RVUs to blowouts. If you know exactly what I'm talking about, you're probably a physician mom, and this podcast is definitely for you. Welcome to Stethoscopes and Strollers. I'm Dr. Toya, an OBGYN and coach, and like you, I'm juggling life in scrubs with tantrums and timeouts. Here we get each other on a level no one else can. Conversations will be real and 100% unfiltered, so you might choose to listen while you're alone, or at least put in your AirPods. It's time to feel understood, supported, and a little less alone. Let's get into it. Hey, Doc. I just want to talk about a revelation that I just had. So I'm very big into mindset work. It may seem very woo-woo, which is a term that I didn't even know existed until I started coaching. Just like mindset work, I also didn't know about any of this stuff, but it is important and it has really changed how I view things, how I live my life, and definitely how I'm able to help my clients. The things you say about yourself matter. When you say things like, I am bad at math, which is obviously an example from a child. I have a 4-year-old that I'm teaching math, so that was the first one that came to my mind. But if you say, I am bad at math, whether or not you're actually bad at math, it becomes a reality. You behave in such a way that that becomes true. And it's the same for anything else that you say about yourself in that first person, those I am statements. It then becomes your reality. So I always tell my clients to be very careful about what you are saying about yourself, what you are saying to yourself, and really focus on saying and believing the positive thing and saying them out loud to yourself in mirrors. And you will be surprised at how difficult that is. There's like this shame almost. It's like, I don't want anybody to hear me. And, what if I sound silly? And actually articulating the words, saying it to yourself in the mirror can be so uncomfortable. And as women physicians, nobody wants to feel silly, right? We're used to feeling smart, in control, in charge. When you feel silly, like in residency, you get embarrassed. If you don't know something, somebody could die. Like, this is not something that we handle well. So it can be a challenge for some people to speak to themselves in this way, but it is really important. And I truly believe that. So you may be wondering what the hell I'm talking about. Well, I'm talking about my social media. You may or may not know, I used to do general OBGYN education, like patient education on TikTok. I started in November of 2022, and within a couple months grew my account to like 17K followers on TikTok, 15 on Facebook, and like about 600 on YouTube. I had gotten featured in like a care.com article. It was a good channel and I really enjoyed doing it. And I really enjoyed creating on TikTok, which a lot of people don't understand. But it's a good platform for a lot of good reasons. It's a terrible platform for a lot of reasons. But in terms of from the creator side, it is a very easy app to use. And I got used to it. I was on it for months. I never liked Instagram. I felt like it was very superficial, very fake, and I stayed off of it, especially long before I started doing any of this stuff. I actually came off of Instagram for a while because it just made me feel bad about myself and I needed to protect my mental health. So going on Instagram and seeing images and all that of people not doing anything to me, but I just didn't like how I felt when I would scroll there. So I stopped going on there. I didn't realize that I was still holding on to this I hate Instagram and how much it was affecting me now. So I stopped creating for Dr. Toya OBGYN, which was my OBGYN patient education platform, to really just focus my messaging on everything to do with Dr. Toya coaching. I have way too many things going on to split my focus. And it was also quite confusing. People didn't know what platform to follow, to tag, all this stuff. And I really only had the capacity to do one thing. And Dr. Toya coaching is the thing. So I wanted to focus. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to leave that alone and start over from scratch. But I know most of my physician moms are not really on TikTok. They're on Instagram and they're on Facebook. So in order to spread this message, self-care, self-love, take care of yourself as well as you take care of your children and your patients, I needed to create on Instagram and Facebook. But there was a lot of resistance. And I didn't realize that I had been telling myself I cannot grow a following on Instagram. Like, I don't have the personality for it. You know, I'm not going to show up on Instagram full face of makeup. I don't have these cute, trendy posts and all that. All my videos on TikTok were just me talking. Some of them were trendy, but it was literally me talking. No music, no nothing. I was like, that's not Instagram material. And I actually had a coach, one of my coaches, be like, yeah, you can do that on Instagram and still be fine. But I was adamant. Like, I cannot grow an Instagram following. I didn't say that to myself, but it is what I believe. And it has proven to be very problematic because I have all these ideas, all these things that I want to say, and I can say it to you now, but when it comes time to just pick up my phone and record real quick, like I used to do with TikTok, it's just like, oh, I can't, I don't know. And then I end up not doing it at all. And funny thing about social media accounts, if you don't really create for it, it tends not to grow. So it's like this self-fulfilling prophecy that I have decided that I don't have the right personality, the right content for this platform. And as such, it will never grow. And then I don't create as much, and then it doesn't grow. So I'm going to make a considered effort to change that and to change my mindset around Instagram. And I'm making a promise. It is Monday, July 8th when I am recording this. And it just came to me and I said, okay, let me record a podcast episode about it. Maybe I should have recorded an Instagram video about it. Who knows? But yeah, I am going to do an experiment. But if I change my mindset by first changing the thoughts I have surrounding Instagram, the things I say about Instagram, which is really the first step. So even though I may not necessarily believe what I'm saying, if I say it over and over, I'll believe it. I'll give some instructions to my subconscious and I'll start to believe it. So first step is stop saying that I hate Instagram. Stop saying that, my content isn't the right fit and all that stuff. Then I'll start believing it. And then my account will start to grow. So we'll see. And I hope you follow along for this process and help a sister out. Go and follow me on Instagram. If you are not following already, share my profile with another physician mom. It doesn't only have to rely on my mindset. You can help grow my Instagram channel too. But it's all part of it, right? Like, I put it out there that I am now going to embrace the platform. I put out the positivity about it. And then what I want is attracted to me. So you going and following and sharing isn't cheating. That's how it works. And this is getting way deep in the woo right now, right? What you focus on is what you will attract. What you say and what you believe will come to fruition because what you say will be so. So we shall see if I can keep it up, keep my positive words and thoughts, and watch this channel grow so I can spread all of my positive messages to you and to other physician moms to share my stories and the stories of my colleagues so that all moms out there can feel a lot more seen and a little less alone. So I will see you on the next episode of Stethoscopes and Strollers. And that's a wrap on today's episode. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you feel a little more seen and a lot less alone. If you love what you heard, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and drop us a 5-star review. They really make a big difference, and it helps other physician moms find us too. And share this episode with your friends. It's all about spreading the support and keeping the conversation going. See you on the next episode of Stethoscopes and Strollers.